So Trump or America goes in to capture the president of Venezuela. It really feels like America is the police to the entire world. Like, how do you go to a foreign country and just lock up, I guess, their fake president that they have for their socialism? And their military didn't get involved, or any authorities on their side got involved. They just let it slide. So many questions are up. Trump said he was going to do it and actually got it done. So many professionals kept saying that, oh, America can't do it because if Trump does anything, Russia or China are going to get involved. Like, we need to be careful. No. How about they need to be careful? Other countries, the world needs to be careful. Trump is talking. And if Trump says he's going to do something, he's actually getting it done. In any case, welcome to Rebel on Live. My name is Noel. Over here, just celebrating the fact that Trump was able to go in and take out Maduro. I got friends that are saying, hopefully, America doesn't stoop down to the low level of China or Russia and are a bit more diplomatic. But here we got Trump saying, we're not being diplomatic. I said, turn yourself in. If not, we're going to come pick you up. And he actually did it. He was able to go in and pick them up. That's crazy. Let's take a look at reaction by Akademiks and Myron. Because everybody's reacting to the kidnapping. So let's see this.
Them like they try to booby trap the place. Like, they don't got shit going on, man. Like, Venezuela, man, I pray for y'all, man. But Trump trying to make y'all an example. Y'all got to get that dictator out of here, man. You feel me? The only dictator niggas is jacking is Trump. Facts. He the only dictator we jacking, bro. You heard me? You heard me? Like, we only jacking one dictator. Wait, they got a dictator? What? Nah, get that nigga out of here. What's that nigga name? Maduro? Yo, we only jacking one dictator. Period. Let's hear this. I don't even know why Trump beefing with that nigga.
All right, you're watching live now. I'm Austin Westfall. We continue to track the latest on the U.S.'s pressure campaign against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Maduro is saying that his government is ready to discuss an agreement with the United States. The U.S. government...
Somebody said, who talking crazy about me? On X. Talking crazy about me? Nah, that's not a smart idea. I don't think it's wise for people to be talking crazy about me. I think we proved that.
Knows, because we've told many of their spokespeople, that if they want to seriously discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking, we are ready. Retired Marine intelligence.
Yo, were we giving this type of smoke to Pablo Escobar and them Colombians, man? Are we acting like Venezuela that crazy? Is this the Maduro nigga? Yo, chat. Come on, bro. Yo, Maduro's like the equivalent to Big Meech, my nigga. Like, come on, gang. We get this nigga out the way in 2 seconds, gang. Yo, this is like Big Meech. Like, yo, we'll get this nigga out of here when we want him to. Like, yo, Trump, why you even doing the most? I want to hear why they beefing, though. With the striking side, okay, we doing some pressure on their regime. All right, let me see.
Welcome to the News Hour.
So I guess
exceedingly rare.
Okay, so I guess Venezuela been sending in the fentanyl and the drugs, right? And apparently they got some oil. We need that. We need that. We need parts. Facts. You feel what I'm saying? They try to be stingy with the oil, but they trying to send us the drugs. All right, hold them 50, like hold 50 bombs. Change your mind later. Hold up. What's up? You know what I mean? Good way to negotiate. I bet. So I guess they got like a dictator over there who don't like really, you know, like he ain't really like he think he runs shit. He think he runs shit.
Jesus.
Yo, the equivalent of the dictator in motherfucking the equivalent of the dictator for fucking Venezuela is like big U. Like, come on, bro. This ain't nothing.
Oh, I'm gonna pause it a little bit because I just spilled a whole cup of coffee on me. Such is life. Things happen. You just gotta roll with the punches. Here we go. Rap Akademiks talks about rap music, and he gives his approach with respect to rap music, how it relates. Let's see.
Nothing. It's Venezuela. He said, call mine. I do need some politic, breakdown. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out why we're beefing with him.
That a U.S. president would announce covert action publicly. But that is what President Trump did yesterday when he acknowledged a strike on a port facility in Venezuela. And today, media outlets reported it was the CIA that launched the drone strike on an alleged drug facility.
The CIA dropping bombs? What the fuck? Wait, I thought it was supposed to be like the army.
It comes as the Trump administration is targeting not only drug smugglers across the region, but also Venezuelan.
Venezuela, we could send the DEI hires of our military to go take over Venezuela, okay? You take 2,000 bitches from a shade room, nigga, and just give them just give them a flat iron, nigga, they'll take over Venezuela. It's Venezuela, bro. Venezuela. Are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking Venezuela. You take 20 YNs from like Philly. They're taking that shit over. Facts.
At the same time, they try to put fear in America, saying that China or Russia were going to defend Venezuela. So America got to be careful, right? Not to upset Russia or China, because then they might respond to whatever Trump does to Venezuela. So that was one of the things, because Venezuela being a third world country, they really can't do much going one-on-one with America. And ultimately, Venezuela cannot do anything themselves to America, but whoever it is that they're backing or is backing them, because Venezuela got a lot of oil and it gives benefits to Russia and China. But now we can see that Russia and China didn't do anything. They let it slide. So, I don't know, man. Trump is just fearless. Let's finish listening.
Give him the switch. It's gonna be like they came down from space. It's an automatic weapon. Yes, nigga. Just arm them niggas with a switch and a shiesty. Venezuela will be ours. We'll stake claim to it in the morning. Venezuela, you are now the 51st state. Okay? The first order of business, y'all motherfuckers gotta learn some English. We like Venezuela, though. Let me go look it up on the map. Venezuela. Y'all gonna pray for y'all, man. Trump about to fuck y'all niggas up. Ain't we so lucky? We in the United States of America, bro. Imagine like a bomb drop in the city over you, like the next city over. Oh hell nah, nigga. We live in the greatest country, nigga. We be watching this shit on Twitter like this shit fucked up. Pray for the people in Palestine. Oh my God, they're decapitating people in the Middle East, nigga. Nigga, we hear about 2 niggas that get clapped in our city. Be like, what the fuck? Stop crime. Imagine you just looking outside and you're watching bombs drop. We're spoiled. Oh, okay. Oh, it's right next to Colombia. Brazil don't be on shit, do they? They don't even sell drugs in Brazil, right? They sell big booty bitches. Like, what the how Brazil so big, but they ain't never been on shit, man? It's always like Colombia, Venezuela. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Equator.
Trump, let's take that shit over, man. Let's take that shit over. That shit is like let's get on our Putin shit. Let's take that shit. Stole that, bro. Peru be having some bad bitches. I can't even hold you still.
Oh, they
Paraguay. I only ever seen them when it comes time to World Cup, man.
What's
Them
Peru?
niggas could play the hell out of some soccer. I don't know what the fuck they do otherwise. I know about Chile. The girl I took to prom, she was Chilean. Yeah. Argentina. I only know a soccer player from over there, man.
There's a country
Oh,
called
that's where
Peru.
Uruguay is? Okay.
I didn't even know. I guess not. There's no Peru.
Yeah, Venezuela not serious. Yo, we don't even need no like military planes, nigga. Like, yo, bro, just take 3 yachts and go over there and take the whole bitch over, man. Facts. Take that shit over. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, we can turn Venezuela.
We no, in Haiti, they went in and killed the Haitian president. And that was crazy. You know? So it's like we gotta remember, man, these third world countries, there's no way they could get anywhere close to America or do anything in retaliation.
Into like little Puerto Rico or some shit like that. That would work. Turn Venezuela into little Puerto Rico. That should be fire.
President Nicolas Maduro himself. For months.
Yo, bro. Yo, these niggas got canoes. We got this type of shit, bro. This is what they got in Venezuela, bro. Is it? Am I spelling it right?
Need a haircut.
This is how they come into Venezuela, bro. The niggas we beefing with, they're pulling up on us like this.
I hate my hair.
The niggas we beefing with, chat. Oh, somebody said we beefing with Venezuela because of the drug and the fact they're working with Russia. They've been subverting U.S. interests for a while and potentially staging area for an attack on the U.S. on some Pearl Harbor shit. Well, if that's the truth, we pussy then. We should just take that shit over, just like how Russia want to take over Ukraine. Russia, I understand why Russia beefing with Ukraine. Yo, y'all our next door neighbor. Y'all can't be the headquarters for all our ops to set up to attack us. We're gonna fuck you up. All right, we get that. All I'm saying, chat, the niggas we beefing with, this is what they looking like right here, bro. This is how they pulling up. They pulling up like, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? The fact that all this time in trying to stop anybody, like trying to stop the drug wars or trying to stop any other country, a lot of the professionals and people who's supposed to know in the media let us know like it's too dangerous. We can't do it. And look at Trump getting it done with no fear. Like they should fear us, and Trump is just moving in. Shout out to Trump for doing it.
Look. This is them right here. This is them Venezuelan niggas right here, bro.
All day.
They're pulling up like this. They pulling up like this. We pull up like that. Come on, man.
The U.S. has built up the
Look at this shit. This fucking ship is so big. They got airplanes that land and take off on this bitch.
Caribbean's largest armada in half a century. 30 strikes on what the U.S. calls narco-terrorist drug boats, the latest in the eastern
Look, they just blow the boat out of the water.
Pacific just last night.
God damn.
The capture of 2 sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers and the chasing of a 3rd tanker that today reportedly requested Russian protection. And today, news the CIA reportedly launched a drone strike along the Venezuelan coast. The reported target, a storage facility operated by the transnational gang Tren de Aragua, which the Trump administration...
Yo, come on. This is a nigga we beefing with?
And you know, Maduro is given an opportunity to just leave. Just go to another country to live your life. So it's like he preferred to do life in prison, like being a jail cell for the rest of his life. I mean, you're being taken care of by America, the best doctors, and you get to sit in the room, but you're locked up in this hell. So how can people like this choose to go to jail for the rest of their life when they were given the opportunity to just go somewhere else and chill? Just go relax somewhere. Like you're an old man, you live life. You and your wife find a spot in another country and live. It's crazy how people choose to go to jail rather than do anything, rather than to be free.
This a nigga right here. Yo, chat. This the equivalent of, this Ricky Tan. Yo, word up. This the equivalent of, this is a 5-foot midget in a bathrobe. What are we talking about? Yo, that's Ricky Tan?
Why didn't you tell
Listen,
me?
right here. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go.
I'm busy at the moment.
Ricky Tan.
Yo, Ricky Tan, come on, man. Get your bitch ass up. We out of here, man. Like, come on, stop playing with us, Ricky Tan. Yo, Ricky Tan, come on, nigga. Get your whole ass up, man. It's time to go. Yo, Ricky. Here we go. Nah, this is an epic scene, bro.
Friend is on vacation.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. She said I could have any.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I gotta play it.
Hey.
Right here. Look.
You American.
This way, and you go this way.
Nah. That shit was hilarious as fuck. Here we go. Look.
Préstame el control.
Y'all don't know how good this
Pásame
feels.
ese control.
Word.
I got in a big fight last night with the triad.
Yo, niggas can take over Venezuela on vacation, man.
Did y'all ever heard of the triad?
Yo, y'all passport bro should have did it for us.
Neta,
I beat down like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Should have seen it was on.
No, el abuelito.
Lee,
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, that's what the passport. These were the passport bros that say.
Now I'm on vacation.
Yes.
I knew you'd come through. I just knew it.
Yes.
America? Wanna come to America?
Want to come? Yo, R. Kelly and them. Yo, you want to come to America? You have your shots?
Ever been to America? Lee, how's your girl?
Lee,
what's wrong?
That's Ricky Tan.
That's Ricky Tan.
that's the fucking president of motherfucking Venezuela? Ah, hell nah. This is some salsa bachata dancing ass nigga. Let's go get this nigga, man. Turn the merengue on and get this nigga out of here, bro. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. The fuck?
So I don't know. Thinking about the intellectuals who come up with this great idea as to why President Maduro doesn't just walk away. Why would we wait for the United States to go and bring him back or get him out of his country to arrest him? I didn't even know we were allowed to do that, to just arrest other presidents or other people in another country. It just goes to show, man, America, the most powerful country on earth, going around locking people up that are not even in this country. But again, Maduro, why didn't you just go somewhere? Similar to Puff Daddy, when they were looking for Puff Daddy to lock him up, and he had a private jet. He has a couple of private jets, but he refused to go anywhere. He saw authorities face to face and went to jail. Then go live anywhere else. That's how great this country is. People rather go to jail than go anywhere else. So enough for all the people that keep talking about how great their country is, but yet live here, making no sense. So if you love your country, go back to your country. Otherwise, live here and try to make this situation better. Try to make this country a little better. But I cannot believe Trump pulled it off. Went to Salvador and locked my man up. Well, not my man, but Maduro up. Let's keep listening.
Nigga, you sent one U.S. spy over there with some Bad Bunny music, nigga. We own the whole country. Fuck that.
That's a midget in a bathrobe.
That's a, bruh. Bruh. This the nigga we scared of, bruh. In Venezuela. This nigga right here. Are you serious?
Connects without
Are you serious?
evidence the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro.
This nigga right here?
There was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. They load the boats up with drugs.
Yo, this nigga Trump is a fool. Yo, this thing get briefed by the CIA and the FBI and the military. Yo, we just did a secret covert mission. We're still in their country. We're making our way out. No one should know this, but you have top secret classified privileges. This is a secret mission. First interview out. Yo, we just bombed them bitch ass niggas. We about to leave in a minute. Like, yo, this nigga can't hold nothing. He can't hold water at all. We just did a top secret mission. Nigga, the mission ain't even over. This nigga will tell you anything.
Was a major explosion and
Administration connects without public evidence the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro.
there was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. They load the boats up with drugs. So we hit all the boats and now we hit the area. It's the implementation area. That's where they implement.
All right, somebody said I should hit Myron real quick. I'll see if Myron is he on nothing. But yeah, he probably have no online, bro. I'm gonna call him. Let me call him real quick.
What is Myron
going
to
on in Venezuela, nigga? Let me see if he answer. I know he probably do. I think he on. He doing the show though. Trying to figure out what the fuck. I think he busy. Yeah. I'll text him.
Myron used to work.
So it's really just some drug shit.
And that is no longer around.
If the amount of drug
No longer
trafficking comes
around.
down significantly in the Caribbean, and I think it must, the regime is going to have a lot less money to throw around.
Elliot Abrams was the first Trump administration's special envoy for Venezuela and is today a senior fellow for the Council on Foreign Relations. He supports the pressure campaign that is targeting Venezuela's chief source of revenue as a way to
Drugs?
weaken Maduro's grip on it.
Yo, this thing is just like all this nigga do is dance. This nigga like Bobby Shmurda. He's like the Venezuelan Bobby Shmurda.
Power and force him to step down.
The economy of Venezuela will get
Yo, everybody mad serious. This nigga just keep dancing.
worse, and the finances of the Maduro regime will get worse, and that will increase public pressure and internal pressure in the regime. That at some point there are either mass demonstrations or somebody in the military acts, or the regime basically decides, we don't know how far Trump is willing to go with this. Let's make a deal now.
But the administration's critics argue the pressure campaign's tactics are illegal and its goals are imperialist.
It's straightforward territorial intervention. It's the kind of thing that was characteristic of the United States in the Caribbean region back in the beginnings of the 20th century.
Daniel Hellinger is a Webster University professor emeritus who says Maduro is not the threat that the U.S. alleges.
You see, look at this professor, an intellectual, letting us know what we can and cannot do and what's wrong for us to do. And Trump's just saying, shut up. We're going to get this done. Period. Finally, somebody going up against these professors and intellectuals talking about what we can and cannot do.
I don't think he's sort of the kingpin that they're trying to portray him to be. Venezuela does not traffic in fentanyl to any significant degree.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, man. Yeah, man. Yo, listen. Yo, everybody know we've been the bullies of the goddamn, especially like all these Caribbean niggas. Like, it shit even my country. Yo, we had like a lit drug dealer down there in Jamaica. Go look him up. His name is Christopher Dutters Coke. Yo, America was just like, yo, all this shower posse shit y'all got going on. Y'all killing a bunch of niggas in New York and shit like that. Y'all helping them Colombian niggas smuggle that coke.
Thankfully, finally, somebody going up against these intellectuals and college professors talking shit who don't know what the hell they're talking about. All they're doing is putting pressure on America, telling us what we can and cannot do, what is wrong. No. Finally, somebody said it. Trump said it. Stop bringing drugs to America. Period. Otherwise, we're taking you down. And Trump did it.
Over here, yo, we need that drug dealer. The government at first was like, we ain't giving you shit. 2 weeks later, the government say, all right, we gonna get that nigga for you. Yeah, that's what happened. We went and got that nigga. We went and got that nigga and handed him straight to the U.S. Yeah. When the U.S. says, yo, that's the person we want, or that's the nigga that keeps sending in drugs. Yeah, we usually we're gonna handle that. Yeah, the U.S. They get on their bully. Yeah, it is what it is. They only do it with like countries that don't really got it though.
Agree, and that most of what comes out of Venezuela is more likely to be marijuana or cocaine, and even that doesn't even come towards the United States.
Imagine us people.
Maduro himself this week
Does this nigga own a suit?
has been trying to laugh or sing past the pressure, in between boasts and bravado.
Our military have a glorious history as emancipating, humanist, invincible warriors. Today, our armed forces are more prepared than ever to continue winning peace.
Look at that. Look how they talk. His military did nothing. Nothing. Boots on the ground. Trump just sent people to go pick him up. And not even one shot fired from their side. So this is all they do. They go on television and try to put fear on America. No, those days are over. His military should have done something, but they were too scared.
Sovereignty and territorial integrity for our people.
And opponents of the Trump administration
Lock him up.
You a bunch of niggas with straw hats. That's who we beefing with.
policy predicted if Maduro is ousted, there'll be chaos.
Venezuela is a heavily armed society in the civilian sector. There are going to be parts of the Venezuelan military that will retreat into guerrilla warfare. And there's just a very dense population in Caracas where crime.
Ain't nobody trying to take over the civilians, are we?
There's a serious problem, and there's lots of firearms around. So
look at that. Look at him trying to say that we need to be fear of them, that we got to be careful. We got to walk slowly around them because of this, because the civilians got firearms. This man is so stupid. I wonder what he got to say now.
It'll get messy.
The warnings that there will be civil war in Venezuela and massive amounts of violence, I think, are wrong. That if Maduro falls, Edmundo Gonzalez, who was elected last year, will become president. And the opposition is planning.
Wait, what? Who? No, I hit Myron. When he hit me back, I'll get him on here. Wait, so this dude is a dictator because he lost the election and he's on some I'm not leaving shit?
I'm not leaving.
Maduro lost the election. So he lost the election.
Not fucking leaving.
But what the fuck?
A former bus driver turned Venezuelan president. But Nicolas Maduro's
Bruh, Venezuela got took over by a fucking bus driver, nigga? Yo, this is crazy. This is what we beefing with, gang? No way they said a former bus driver is now the dictator of the entire fucking country. Nigga, how?
A former bus driver turned Venezuelan president. But Nicolas Maduro's opponents see him as a dictator who's ruled with an iron fist. The 61-year-old was catapulted to power after being handpicked by Hugo Chavez. Riding on the coattails of his revolutionary mentor, Maduro narrowly won the presidency for the first time in 2013. A baseball fan who often salsas for the cameras.
This nigga's a dancing lunatic, man.
12 years in power.
Yo, chat, when this nigga turned to be on Narcos, man, nigga, Netflix could take over Venezuela, man. We might have to hold off on Venezuela until Netflix make a fire Narcos. Was it season 5? I want to see this nigga in Narcos. Word 2.
He's known for fending off one crisis after another. Despite sitting on the world's largest oil reserves, Venezuelans struggle with hyperinflation and critical shortages of basic goods.
That should be the real question. How can you be sitting on top of the world's largest oil reserve and not be the world's richest country? Like, they never talk about those details. They're always saying that it's too complicated to figure out. Then don't call it the world's largest oil reserve. If it's too complicated, that means they're sitting on nothing. You got nothing unless you're making money out of it. So given that you are on top of the world, the largest oil reserve, Leaving the world richest country.
And economic ties with states including China, Russia, and Iran have helped the country stay barely afloat. Maduro faced down sanctions after his re-election in 2018 wasn't recognized. Just like Chavez, Maduro has attempted to deflect blame for Venezuela's long list of troubles. He claimed victory in last July's presidential election, but the opposition accused Maduro of stealing the vote. Very few Latin American countries recognized his win. The EU and the US said opposition candidate Edmundo Gonzalez was the real winner, provoking responses like these from Maduro.
I denounce the US government, which, along with Elon Musk and the international fascist Javier Milei, are leading attempts to destabilize our people and carry out a coup against Venezuelan democracy.
Maduro has attempted to portray himself as a superhero taking on Western imperialism. This, as the life for the average Venezuelan teeters on the edge of misery.
See, those are the real question. How is it possible that this man is talking crap against the United States, but yet we were able to send in soldiers to go pick him up and bring him to jail? If you're talking crazy like that, shouldn't you have like military guarding your front door, ready to kill and shoot for you, protect you, make sure nobody touches you? It's like nobody was backing this guy. Trump knew it, and they just sent in the killers.
On the edge of misery.
Yo, Trump, man. My only advice, wrap this shit up by spring break, man. Niggas still want to go over there and go to the beaches. So just wrap this bitch up, man. Like, you know what I mean? This shit shouldn't take more than 2 weeks, man. It really should be done by lunchtime, but just wrap this junk up quick, man. Get this nigga on out of there. You ever watch Homeland? I'm watching Homeland. I thought we send people in the hell, this type of shit. Anyway, all right, man. Done with this geopolitical bullshit. But Trump is dropping bombs. Ridiculous. Okay. What else is going on in the world, people? What y'all got going on? I know y'all keep saying call Martin. All right, let me try to call Martin. I'm gonna call him on his phone type shit.
It's a little bit crazy that it was so easily.
Sometimes I feel like y'all love him and hate him. I can't tell.
So easily done.
I think he on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. Let's see.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? I'm live right now. You on stream?
Yeah, I'm on stream. Yo, I was trying to call you. I'm trying to get you to break down to like the regular folks. What's going on with this Venezuela stuff, man? Like, we trying to figure out what the fuck going on.
Sure. I'll jump on your stream. I'll jump on your stream right now.
All right, baby.
You want to do Discord?
Yeah, I'm calling you on Discord.
All right, cool.
All right. Chat. Andrew Tate could go take over Venezuela, bro. Come on, bro. Fresh and Fit could go take over Venezuela. That is Venezuela. Like, what are we doing? No, I'm playing. I never been there. But hell, now I won't go now. Fuck no.
Not on my bucket list. So I won't be going over there.
Could you imagine walking outside, seeing them bombs? You probably hate America over there. All right, I'm just trying to call him. Myron.
Yo,
what's going on, man?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm good. Can you hear me nice and clear? Or is it coming in fucked up?
Let me just check the levels here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm actually using another mic on here. Because I'm talking to you on a mic and I'm talking to my audience on another one.
Okay, cool. Hey, listen, I just actually hopped on stream and everybody kept spamming this Venezuela stuff. Man, I know this is like more your realm than mine. What the hell is going on? And are we taking them over, man?
Well, you know, it's a resource-rich country, a lot of oil reserves, some of the most in the world. And the reality is, like, you know, I kind of saw this coming from before. I just didn't think Trump would have done it, you know, this quickly. But long story short, when he came into power, if you remember, he labeled Tren de Araguas as a terrorist organization or as an FTO. And what that basically allows him to do is, treat them as enemy combatants. So like he basically turned these drug traffickers into like Al-Qaeda overnight. And that gives him a lot of executive power, him and the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to basically treat these drug traffickers damn near like terrorists. And they've been doing these kinetic strikes on these boats for several months now, as well as mobilizing, U.S. military assets all across Venezuela. And they've been trying to get Maduro out of there. He had an election not too long ago, in the middle of 2024. A lot of people believe that the election was rigged, which, you can make that argument. But, as with any, dictator slash, president that kind of takes things and rules with an iron fist, you're going to have a large portion of the population that dislikes him, that wants him out of there. And, Maduro, aligns with countries that we're enemies with, like China and Russia. He doesn't like Israel. He doesn't recognize Israel as a state. He's very sensitive to the Palestinian plight. He's a socialist kind of. So, it's no surprise with the Monroe Doctrine that, the United States will want him kind of out of power. And there's a bunch of other stuff too, but like just a bird's eye view, that's the general gist of it, man. As they want to get him out of there. They want to bring in Machado, who was a female person that ran against him, who would be a lot more open to, Western influence in Venezuela.
Yeah, so we kind of want to, we want to play, kingmaker a little bit. We want to pick who's running the shit. So, if on face value, this is, he labels this gang as violent and also drug traffickers. How much drugs? And you worked as a federal agent, like cracking down on shit like this coming across the border, a lot. How much drugs is coming from Venezuela? Like, what they got going on over there? They got some fent. They got some hard white. Like, what they bringing in? Crack?
Yeah, I mean, it's like with the rest of South America. It plays a role in the international drug trafficking, transit system, right? So, like, whether it's some stuff is manufactured there, transported through there, it's moved through drug trafficking organizations that operate there. But if we're going to be honest, right, the majority of America's drugs come through Mexico nowadays, right? We saw in the 1980s, obviously, a lot was coming in through, Miami, through maritime smuggling. But nowadays, with the sophistication of technology and the U.S. Coast Guard, et cetera, and then really taking on these planes, a lot of the drugs now come in through the southwest border through Mexico. So if the goal was to, designate narcos as terrorists, I would argue that there's, organizations in Mexico that move way more drugs than the Venezuelans. And I do think it's also important to note that Maduro was indicted in the U.S. with a bunch of other people in his government for narco trafficking. But if the goal here is to get rid of narco traffickers, Venezuela is not at the top of the list like Mexico is.
All right, I've been watching this show called Homeland, right? And well, actually, there's two questions. Let me hit you with a follow up, then I'll hit you with the Homeland question. So, I know you said Mexico, but is like I used to watch Narcos. Well, yeah, bring Narcos back again. It feels like is it the source? Not Mexico, but it's just like the one stop right before it gets to the United States, so they don't target Mexico. Like the stuff from Colombia would go to Mexico, then Mexico into the United States because it's just easier. Is that why we don't target Mexico as much, or Mexico basically like they get down with the program when we tell them jump, they say how high?
Yeah, it is a part. It's a combination of things. It is because Mexico is subservient to us to a degree. If you remember, we had the tariff wars with Mexico and they ended up caving earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But a big reason why is because they were trying to get Maduro out of power for a very long time. And him designating Tren de Aguas and these other drug trafficking organizations as terrorists, and so that they can get more. Because here's the thing: once you label people terrorists, now you have the full brunt of the, military and the intelligence community helping you out, right? Because before, when we used to do drug investigations, you would use law enforcement to do that. But once you designate these guys as terrorists, now the FISA courts are open to you. Now the intelligence community is open to you. Now you can actually start using kinetic strikes like they've been doing with these boats, right? So you get a lot more latitude and power to make things happen. Now, when it comes to Mexico, they kind of, operate under our authority to a degree. So like they're not the same, they're not as, how do I say this? They follow us much more than Venezuela does. So to me, I look at it this like, designating them from the drug perspective as an FTO, it was kind of a way to purposely be able to ramp up escalations, right? To try to stimulate some type of effect. Because at the end of the day, they want Maduro out. And any way that they can do that, they're going to do that, right? Whether it's us taking their oil, seizing a couple of these freighter ships that have been coming out of Venezuela, trying to cripple them financially, the airstrikes that we're currently doing right now as we speak, bombing these boats. They've been trying to escalate now for a bit.
Hey, so I watch a show called Homeland. Can't we just kidnap this motherfucker? Like, we got him for charge. I'm serious. Like, kidnap this nigga. Like, yo, bro. Like, yo, does Venezuela even have like some like yo? NYPD probably could beat up Venezuela like militarily. Like, come on, like we can't kidnap this guy. Like, sending a couple of dudes, couple of spies, some of these black ops dudes. Yo, kidnap this fuck nigga, put him in court, and give him the El Chapo treatment. Lock him in. You know what I mean? Lock him wherever we need to lock him.
I think that's what they're trying to do now, bro.
Oh,
I think literally that's what they're trying to do now. I just heard someone high-ranking in his government just got assassinated. So from what I understand, we do got boots on the ground. We actually got special forces on the ground in Venezuela doing this.
Okay.
Now, let me say this much. In my opinion, Maduro in Venezuela, they keep talking about Venezuela sitting on top of the largest oil reserve on earth. So it kind of makes me think, do they not know how to use their purse, how to use their money to just move on in life, to get away from things, to like maybe hire more guardsmanship? Like sitting on top of the world's largest oil reserve to me means that the oil is there. They just need a company to take it out, refine it, clean it up, and send it to other countries. So it's like, why didn't they just invest in that? In taking all that money? Again, if somebody says you got the world's largest purse with the most money on earth, but yet you do nothing with it, it almost makes me feel like you don't know what to do with your money. Like you got a whole bunch of money and don't know what to do with it. And the United States just came in there and said, give me that. You don't know what to do with that wallet. And locked up Maduro. And now what? We are in charge of the world's largest oil reserve. Like now America is running Venezuela, letting them know how things go. So it kind of makes no sense. Like from the beginning, Maduro should have said, you know what? I got the world's largest purse or largest oil reserve. Let me put that money to work. You know, let me hire a company to take it all out, sell it all over the world, hire enough security that he wouldn't be kidnapped. But it's like the politics behind all that oil. I think whoever controls the politics behind the oil reserve are the ones in charge, are the ones with all the money. I mean, it makes no sense. So even if they put the fear in America, even if Venezuela put fear in America saying, we got Russia and China backing us, it all boils down to money. How are you going to get that oil all the way over to China and Russia, the other side of the world? You know, where you got the United States controlling everything, just blowing boats up and making sure nothing goes through. So I don't want to hear no more oil reserve. The largest oil reserve, the largest nothing. You literally have nothing. Now Maduro got kidnapped, brought back to America, and I guess the federal courts and the federal judge are going to rule on what to do with him, how many years in jail, which jail. It got to be like a nice jail where he could enjoy his time in America. Even though jail is like supposed to be horrific, but America got to protect this man and his wife against all odds. He may have some rough patches, some rough encounters, but nothing lethal. You just got to live in hell and get along with whoever else they put in there. They got to put him like in a jail that's like a hotel, where they check his blood pressure and see how he's doing, check his health, make sure that he's all right, because it would be like an international disaster to have something happen to the ex-president of Venezuela. That's insane. An ex-president, the man ran a whole country, and now to be in jail. But that's insane. In any case, my name is Noel. Over here, 45 minutes. One of my goals in life is to at least record 1 hour a day. Then after 1 hour, maybe I could do 2, maybe 3. And recording an hour a day. For me, one of the most difficult things is to choose a topic to speak on, right? And I don't feel that you have to have a lot of knowledge behind anything, but just have an idea and speak on it. That's it. Let people comment on your ideas. Just put it out there. Where there is no wrong or right answer. It's just an opinion. And you could just talk. By the way, I just want to reiterate, my name is Noel. I'm 46 years old. I am retired. Used to live in New York City, Harlem. Worst block on the country. And I made it out. Moved all the way to PA where the grass is greener and everything is prettier. Everything is more beautiful. Me and over here, Odachi, we get to just chill out and live life. That's insane. Earlier today, I fell on the ground. I am battling a disability. I want to do a video on that. How to deal with a disability. So for 20 years, I used to have a job, a 9 to 5. I'm like, fine, whatever. You're not going to be rich. You're not going to be a millionaire. It's just a 9 to 5 job. So you're going to pay your taxes and shut up. And after 20 years, I collapsed. The doctors finally diagnosed me and said, look, man, you're sick. All right. And just shut down on how many more years I got left. And it's like, not how many years you got left till you die, but years you got left until you are bedridden and immobile. So, which to me is scary, but definitely switch my outlook in life. I want to make a video on how to live through a disability. What to do next after you are declared disabled and you're sent away from the workforce. I can't work anymore. So got to live off the Social Security that I invested in right now, pay me back and are the ones taking care of all the bills. So kind of glad I paid off Social Security. Now I'm getting my money back. So enough to pay the bills. Not enough to be a millionaire because who cares about money? Once your health is gone, money has no value whatsoever. So I care less about having a lot of money. I care more about having better life. So like I said earlier, I fell. She helped me get up. Thank God she's here. So like I have a personal caretaker. Man, America's great. Earlier this morning, I was taking a look at what to do next. And I saw GTA 6. I need to go back to playing video games. GTA 6 is an amazing game, and I noticed it's only available for PS5. So now I gotta buy me a PS5. They cost like $500 plus GTA 6. That's gotta be like another $100. So I need $600 between now and November 6, 2026. That's when the game is coming out. And playing that game is like playing a real life movie drama. You walk around. Oh, you know what's another game I want to get? Like a auto car driver game. But one that I could buy like a chair and sit down like I'm driving a real car. Like I bought a TV. Since I'm disabled, I said, you know what? I'm buying the best of the best. I bought a 120-inch television. It's huge. The people are on my size. I want to make a video on that. What are some of the things that you could do when you're disabled and you're not allowed to get a job or do much? But you're still able to do a lot. Because you're still alive and you could talk, walk, and you still had energy. I take deep breath and just talk. And that just takes practice, in my opinion. Until you can't do it anymore. So if you are disabled, just put your opinions out there. Put the word out. Don't ever quit. That's where I'm at in life. Now, One last thing. It is almost 5 o'clock. It's getting dark because we are in the winter time. I can't wait for the spring to come up. And then summer's a little bit horrible, but I live in a house that has air conditioning. This house got the best air conditioning, the best heating. So right now it's freezing outside, but thank God for the heating. I'm living in a great position. And the one thing about having a house is you have no super. Like, you are in charge of every single problem that comes up. And I don't think you realize it until you own a home. That's when you wake up and say, whoa, this is crazy. There's nobody to call. So I got my 16-year-old son helping me out with this house. And Odetchi over there with the nice hair. And you know what? One thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to make another hour video about all the mistakes that I made and everything that I learned from those mistakes, including my last mistake, which was getting married. Now I'm going through a divorce, and that was the top of all the mistakes I made. Getting married towards the end there at 40. I think once you're 40 years old, you shouldn't get married. You should just let it go. Either it happened or it didn't. Relationship is not for you. You got until you're 30 to make something happen. If you got nothing by the time you're 30, let it go. Enjoy life. The 40s are the best year where you got the most money, the most everything. And that's just my opinion. All right, let's watch the last part of this video and call it quits. Here we go.
Okay, so
obviously information is coming. You know how it goes. Whenever something is popping off, information is going crazy. You're hearing this, you're hearing that. But at least right now, from what I've heard, the most recent is we got boots on the ground. We got some SF guys in there. They're invading. They're doing airstrikes while simultaneously probably doing a ground assault. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have all of his higher ranking members in his cabinet identified where they live, whether they assassinate them, kidnap them, or whatever.
Wait, you think we would assassinate them?
You know, I wonder, can any country do that to us? Can they come into this country and attack the White House and kidnap our president? You know, I don't think that could ever happen. I don't think anybody has the balls to even try to get close to America. Whatever they got, ships, cars, train, boats, will get taken out. Even thinking about doing something like that. But yet we are able to go to Venezuela and make it happen and kidnap their president. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they would, yeah, because remember, he's looking at he's looking at these guys as like enemy combatants.
Wait, but we haven't certified, like, you know, well, I guess we're calling him a dictator or whatever, but he's not like, I guess he's indicted, but we're not looking at him as like one of the persona non grata, so to speak, right? Like him and his cabinet.
I'll put it to you this, bro. He has the biggest bounty. He has a bigger bounty than Bin Laden did, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, let me look at how much they, I think it was some crazy like 50 million or some shit. Let me look at Maduro bounty, bro. They want him, they literally put a bigger bounty on him, and they just increased it not too long ago. So U.S. Department of State has him right now for, is it 25 million? Yeah, after initial offer reward of up to 15 million, yeah. On January 10, 2025, they increased the award to 25 million, bro. And then on August 7, 2025, the department announced a further increase of the award to 50 million. So 50 million right now, as of August 7th.
Okay, so when I'm scrolling, I'm reading the news, it says the CIA dropped bombs. Like, I've never heard the CIA dropping bombs. Obviously, maybe I'm just not familiar with how to get down. I thought they were covert intelligence. I didn't know that they're just like, yo, fuck it, bomb them.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is with the CIA is the CIA, their job is to collect intelligence on foreign adversaries. So, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that the CIA, alongside the NSA and the DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, all these different intelligence communities were absolutely collecting information, not just on him, but probably on all of his close allies to figure out where they're at and, you know, get him picked up. Because this is what the CIA specializes in, is assassinating, running coups, etc. Right now, Iran is having protests all over Iran. the Mossad and the CIA are absolutely setting that up because, the best thing that you could do is set up what they call a color revolution or a coup. And this is how you're able to destabilize and dethrone governments and get the regime change, which is what they're trying to do in both Iran and
the CIA are crazy. They are like the FBI in other countries.
And in Venezuela.
Hey, so this reminded me of another situation, and I think we had wanted a president for drug trafficking. I think he did get locked up. The Honduras president. He did.
Yeah, and he got a pardon though.
And he got pardoned. Do you see this resulting in something like that, where eventually we got this fuck nigga over here like locked up 23-1, and then basically once we get the regime change, we kind of let him out, but basically he's finished. He's washed after that. It's not like we want to necessarily kill him. We just need him out of power.
Apparently they just captured him. I heard literally just now they just captured Maduro and his wife.
Yo, come on, man. I'm telling you, 15 bitches from the shade room could have went down and took over Venezuela, man. Come on, man. We should have been captured him, man. Like, come on, man. Okay, so they captured him. So you think they're bringing him back to the United States, then, if that's true? Hold on.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to bring him back to face the criminal charges.
Yo, ain't this like bullying a little bit? Yo, it's Venezuela. These dudes probably got like rocks in their pockets. They got like slingshots. Like, these guys ain't got nothing going on. Yo, this dude was dancing merengue. I was watching to see what he on. I seen one gun, 5 soldiers. Like, come on, man. Yo, pass me the gun. Like, come on, what they got going on over there?
Yeah, he was arming all of his civilians too, but I guess that didn't work out, man. They got him in there quick.
Really?
The 2.5-hour war, it looks like niggas got him already.
Shit, drop a bomb and destabilize the whole thing. Wait, so this is breaking news. They caught this guy.
That's what I'm hearing right now is that they just captured him. I'm gonna look on Twitter right now, but that's what it's looking like. Is that he just got captured? At least people in my chat are putting that. Because I literally just went live now.
Okay, is Sky News credible? It says breaking: the U.S. has captured the Venezuela leader Maduro.
Yep, Trump just put it out. He just put it out. The United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There'll be a news conference later today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald Trump. So they got him. So
yo, are we like some bullies? Yo, we basically fucked them up. Before people went to sleep, they're gonna wake up and be like, yeah, we fucked them up like in 2 hours. We captured their president. Yeah, they'll never be the same again. It's over. Jesus. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, no, they did it. That's the quickest conflict I've seen. But they definitely they knew where he was at. The intelligence agencies are very good, man. They know exactly where the dude was at. They attacked, saw how we would move, and probably just picked him up right then and there. So he's already out the country.
Okay, how does that do with the relationship between countries, right? Because we literally have now grabbed one of their leaders, whether we recognize him or not, where we've taken them out of their country, and I guess they're going to be going through our court of law and in our jurisdiction. But how do we deal with Venezuela after that when basically we just told them, fuck you. We've not only dropped bombs on you, we've taken your leader. How could they even have civil conversations with us in good faith, seeing the fact that we just bullied the scene and just snatched they dude up?
Basically, Venezuela is going to be like Ukraine. We're going to put a puppet, leader in there, that Machado chick that lost the election. She's far more favorable to U.S. foreign interests as well as Israel. And they're going to put her in power, and she's going to be running things. And, we're going to have access to their oil reserves, and that's what's going to happen. And that's what I predict is going to be the next step here. She's going to come out of hiding because she's been in hiding ever since she lost the election. And she's going to get put in power because she's far more friendly to Western interests than Maduro was.
Hey, I got to be honest, man. Venezuela let me down, man. This was pathetic. 2 hours. At least the dudes in O Block. The dudes in O Block at least was like, listen, they send the feds here. We're going to put up a little bit of a resistance. 2 hours, the whole shit is over. This is crazy. This is crazy. You're like,
that's crazy. No, it is, man.
Trump gonna be at Mar-a-Lago tomorrow. He don't even have the decency to say, I'm gonna address this from the Oval Office. I'm at my vacation spot sipping mimosas. We're going to tell you how we just took over Venezuela, man. Hey, important question. Do you think the passport bro economy is fucked up? Because I heard Venezuela was one of the spots too. That with Colombia, that's.
So we went ahead and picked up Maduro and brought him back to America to be prosecuted. Only America could do something like that. Now, I want to see the repercussions. What's going to happen next? Who is going to step up to America and tell us that what we did was wrong? Like, we are the police to the world, but who polices us? I don't think anybody's going to try to step up to America. What do you think? Comment down below. Are we done? Are we winning? I think citizens, we got to be happy that we're here in America. This is like the only country that has rules and make sure that everybody's following the rules, including president from other country. Could look at that. Maduro went to jail. The man is sitting on the largest, or was sitting on the largest oil reserve on earth. And he didn't make use of that. He didn't use that as for leverage. So that basically means that that oil reserve has no value. Because if it did, he could have used it. Oh man. But all right, I've been here for an hour. My name is Noel, here at Verbal on Life with Odechi. Just trying to stream every day. I'm going to try to make an hour. It's not easy for me. I'm battling a disability, but I'm still alive. I can still talk and I can still stream and put my opinion out there. Please share your opinion. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this Maduro situation. I think the man is now going to do the rest of his life in jail. And I think the American prisons, it should be comfortable for like famous people. Like Maduro, he was the president. So they got to put him somewhere that the prison is like a hotel situation where they have him on the best medical care, the best food. He's going to live life good. I think life in prison in America got to be way better than anywhere else. In my opinion, that's what I think. All right. I want to try to come back on later today, make another video on the fact that, wow, Venezuela president of Venezuela is finished. Oh, look, another video. Let's see what they say on Fox. Check the video out. I wonder if the American media is going to talk about it. Because, you know, they don't like making trouble.
The U.S. military stormed Venezuela's capital last night and apparently captured the country's dictator. And here comes the president.
And early
Here he
today,
is.
at my direction, the United States Armed Forces
Thank you, Trump.
conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault.
They look happy.
And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II, to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice.
Yep,
This
he's a
was one
dictator.
of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones, like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi.
Thank you, Rubio.
And the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently.
Right, there's
in an
precedent for
operation
this
known
kind of
as
thing.
Midnight Hammer. In an operation known as Midnight Hammer. All perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time.
Yeah, it was quick.
All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off.
The mega word.
Due to a
blackouts.
certain expertise that
The
we
Rubio.
have.
Oh,
It was dark, and it was deadly.
Was it an EMP?
But captured along with his wife.
It sucks.
Celia Flores.
Oh, the guy's wife too.
Both of whom now face American justice.
Both
Maduro
of
and
them.
Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York. It's Jay Clayton for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens.
No more of that.
I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an extraordinary success overnight.
Yeah.
With breathtaking speed, power, precision, and competence. You rarely see anything like it. You've seen some raids in this country that didn't go so well. They were an embarrassment. If you look back to Afghanistan, or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days.
No more embarrassment.
Absolute mess.
We're a respected country again, like never before.
Let's go.
These highly trained warriors operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement caught them in a very ready position. They were waiting for us. They knew we had many ships out in the sea. We're just sort of waiting. They knew we were coming. So they were in a what's called a ready position. But they were completely overwhelmed and very quickly incapacitated. If you would have seen what I saw last night, you would have been very impressed. I'm not sure that you'll ever get to see it, but it was an incredible thing to see. Not a single American service member was killed. And not a single piece of American equipment was lost.
That's how it should be.
Many helicopters, many planes,
That's how it should
people
be.
That's
involved
great
in
news.
that fight. But think of that, not one piece of military equipment was lost.
Nothing.
Not one
We lose nothing.
service member was, more importantly, killed. The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome military on the planet by far.
We are.
With capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
There's no equipment like what we have. And you see that.
Wiped them out
Even if you
last
just
night.
look at the boats, we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by sea. 90%. Each boat kills on average, 25,000 people. We knocked out 97%.
I really got tired of the professionals saying that there's no way we could tackle the drug war. And here we got Trump making it work, taking out the drug lords and just bringing down the death that drugs cause in America. Finally, somebody's doing it. All right. Let me take a small break. Let me get up, walk around. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to leave it there. I did another video, Trump talking about it. It's a great review. You should guys see the video. With that said, see you on the next video. Peace. Odechi, di bye bye. Odechi, dile bye al video. Bye bye. Ríete. Toma polvo. Me dijeron. Peace.